Then Jesus asked him. Now Jesus is the one that's asking the questions. And what do you say? The tables have turned? The man did it because he wanted to test Jesus and he wanted to justify himself. And Jesus has got a surprise for him. He said, which of these three do you think was a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of robbers? Verse 37, the expert in the law replied, the one who had mercy on him. What did he not say? He didn't say, oh, it was a Samaritan. Look at that. The man had so much disdain for Samaritans that he could not bring himself to answer the question the right way. He didn't say it was a Samaritan. He said, no, it was the guy that opened the door for me. That's who it was, the guy. You see what I'm trying to say? And then look at Christ's final instructions here. He says, Jesus told him, go and do likewise. Now, I told the story in this way because I think telling the story in this way gives us the big picture of what's going on here. It gives us the big picture of what Jesus was seeking to accomplish in his conversation with this man who was trying to test Jesus and was trying to justify himself. Because if we look at the story that way, not that we want to get lost in the details, because it's easy to get lost in the details, but we want to see the big picture behind the story. What Jesus was trying to do to this man was he was trying to move him from focusing on the law. In other words, this man was looking to the law to justify himself. So then what Jesus does for him is that he tells him the story of the Good Samaritan, which is really a story of how he came into this world to justify us. He was moving the man from trusting in his own deeds and in his own good works to trusting in the deeds of Jesus Christ and in his saving good work for God's people. That's why it says here that he was moving him from the law to focusing on the Lord. From trusting in himself to now trusting in Jesus Christ as a Good Samaritan. And now, after we come to the realization that we cannot justify ourselves, but he's the just and the justifier of those who have faith in him, then he moves us to the calling to live a life of love. When he says, and now go and do likewise. I said at the beginning, this was a sermon that